For decades, a single privately owned bridge, the Ambassador Bridge, controlled the busiest commercial land border crossing in North America, linking Detroit and Windsor. This bridge, owned by the Moron family, was the linchpin for billions in daily US-Canada trade. But its monopoly became a growing concern. When plans emerged for a new, publicly funded bridge, the Morons fought back fiercely, lobbying, suing, and arguing that a second bridge was unnecessary and unfair. The governments of Canada and the US, along with business and auto industry leaders, saw things differently. Relying on one aging, privately owned bridge was a major economic risk. A single protest or structural failure could paralyze North American trade, especially for the just-in-time auto industry. The Morons even proposed building their own second span to keep control, but the strategic need for a public crossing won out. Canada took the extraordinary step of offering to finance the entire project, including the US side, to break the monopoly and secure a reliable trade corridor. This move underscored the urgency and high stakes of ensuring a stable, redundant crossing for the future. The battle was about more than concrete and steel. It was about control, commerce, and the future of the world's largest trading relationship. The new bridge would become a symbol of perseverance against powerful private interests and shifting political landscapes. The answer to this decades-old bottleneck is the Gordie Howe International Bridge, a $4.8 billion US project, one of North America's largest infrastructure undertakings. Named for hockey legend Gordie Howe, the bridge represents the deep ties between Detroit and Windsor. It's more than a bridge, it's a complete system, including two massive ports of entry and direct highway connections to I-75 and Highway 401. The main span will be one of the longest cable-stayed bridges on the continent, with 6 traffic lanes and a dedicated path for pedestrians and cyclists. The Canadian government, through a public-private partnership, is financing the entire project, planning to recoup costs through tolls. This unique funding model removed financial barriers in Michigan and accelerated construction. The new bridge will dramatically increase capacity and resilience compared to the old 4-lane Ambassador Bridge. Its design life is 125 years, ensuring it will serve as a vital economic link for generations. The project's scale and ambition reflect the importance of the US-Canada trade relationship. With state-of-the-art customs and security technology, the bridge is built for the future of cross-border movement. It's a long-term investment in economic stability and growth. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is set to redefine how North America moves goods and people. Why would Canada pay billions for a bridge in the US? Because the Detroit-Windsor corridor is North America's most vital commercial land artery. A quarter of all US-Canada trade, over $400 billion in goods annually, crosses here, with 10,000 trucks a day moving everything from auto parts to produce. The just-in-time auto industry is especially vulnerable. A delay at the border can halt assembly lines and cost millions per hour. The old Ambassador Bridge, built in 1929, was increasingly inadequate, causing long queues and costly delays. The 2022 blockade, which shut down the bridge for nearly a week, cost an estimated $3.1 billion and forced auto plants to close. This real-world crisis proved the dangers of relying on a single crossing. The new Gordie Howe Bridge is designed to provide redundancy and resilience, ensuring trade keeps flowing even in emergencies. It's not just about convenience, it's about economic security for both nations. The bridge is a critical safeguard for the future of North American commerce. Building the Gordie Howe International Bridge was a marathon of political and legal battles spanning more than a decade. Early 2000s studies showed the old infrastructure couldn't handle future trade, setting the stage for a showdown with the Moron family, owners of the Ambassador Bridge. The Morons launched lawsuits, lobbying, and PR campaigns, arguing they alone had the right to build a new crossing. Their efforts stalled the project for years, but a turning point came in 2012 when Michigan's governor and Canada struck an executive agreement, bypassing the state legislature. Canada's offer to pay the full cost neutralized arguments about taxpayer burden and cleared a major hurdle. Even then, legal challenges dragged on until 2017 to 2018, when courts finally dismissed the last obstacles. In July 2018, construction officially began, nearly 2 decades after the need was first identified. The project's journey showed the extraordinary political will and international cooperation needed to overcome entrenched private interests. It was a hard-fought victory for public infrastructure and economic security. The bridge's story is a testament to perseverance and cross-border partnership. Just as the bridge project cleared its legal hurdles, it faced new geopolitical challenges with the rise of U.S. protectionism under the Trump administration. Tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum directly increased construction costs, while trade tensions threatened the spirit of cross-border cooperation. Despite the hostile rhetoric and real financial pressures, the project pressed on, insulated by binding binational agreements and deep local support. The Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority's governance structure helped shield the bridge from political winds. The bridge became a symbol of long-term strategic interests prevailing over short-term disputes. Even in an era of tariffs, the economic necessity of a secure Detroit-Windsor crossing kept the project on track. The Gordie Howe Bridge is an economic game-changer built on efficiency, redundancy, and growth. Its direct freeway-to-freeway connection will slash congestion and save carriers millions in time and fuel. Redundancy is key. With 2 crossings, trade can keep moving even if one is disrupted. Advanced customs plazas will speed up inspections, reducing costly border wait times for trucks. For the auto industry and others, this means fewer supply chain disruptions and more predictable operations. The construction phase has already created thousands of jobs, and the improved infrastructure is expected to attract new investment to the region. The bridge is a catalyst for economic development in both Southwest Ontario and Southeast Michigan. It's not just a transportation project, it's an investment in the future competitiveness of the Great Lakes region. The Gordie Howe Bridge will help ensure North America's most important trade corridor remains strong for decades to come. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is an engineering marvel and a new landmark for Detroit and Windsor. Its cable-stayed design features an 853-meter main span, no piers in the river, protecting shipping lanes and the ecosystem. Twin pylons, among the tallest structures in the region, support the deck with a striking web of steel cables. Construction is a complex, binational effort, with teams building the deck outward from each tower using the balanced cantilever method. Durability and sustainability are central. The bridge is built to withstand harsh Great Lakes weather and last 125 years. Environmental protections and advanced materials ensure longevity and minimal impact. Technology is everywhere. Sensors monitor the bridge's health in real time, and the ports of entry use intelligent systems for traffic and security. The project sets a new standard for cross-border infrastructure. The Gordie Howe Bridge is truly a 21st-century gateway. Beyond trade and engineering, the bridge's construction deeply affected local communities in Windsor and Detroit. Hundreds of homes and businesses were acquired, displacing residents from neighborhoods like Sandwich Town and Delray. To address these impacts, the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority created a comprehensive community benefits plan after extensive local consultation. Investments included new parks, job training, home repairs, and heritage preservation, aimed at sharing the project's prosperity with those most affected. The plan set a new precedent for large infrastructure projects, recognizing the need to balance national interests with local well-being. While disruption was real, the benefits plan provided a formal way to reinvest in the neighborhoods. The bridge's legacy includes not just economic growth, but also a new model for community engagement. As the Gordie Howe International Bridge nears completion, it stands as a symbol of resilience and strategic vision. It ends a decades-long monopoly, secures a vital trade artery, and demonstrates the power of cross-border cooperation. The bridge will reshape the economic landscape of the Great Lakes, lowering costs and boosting competitiveness for industries on both sides. It's a generational upgrade to North America's most important trade corridor, built to support growth for decades. The project proves that shared economic interests can overcome political friction and protectionism. The bridge is a bet on continued partnership and prosperity between the U.S. and Canada. In an interconnected world, infrastructure like this becomes a form of diplomacy, building connections that transcend politics.